Hi, I'm Eric, and welcome to How to Draw Part 1. Now, first of all, I hate to tell you this, but I can't teach you how to draw. There's really only one person that can do that, and that's you. So, just like a musician needs to practice a lot, or a tennis player needs to work on their serve and their drive and their backhand, well, to get good at drawing, you're going to need to practice as much as possible. The more the better. I can help you with some basic ideas and some exercises that you can practice and repeat. Like any exercises, you can't just do them once and reap all the benefits. You've got to stick with them and practice a little bit each day. Now, a lot of students are already really good at drawing, but some of the students aren't really drawing at all. So hopefully, try some of these exercises and we can loosen up your hand and get you drawing. A lot of us don't really draw what we see. We draw what we think we see. We look at a subject, and then we look down at our paper, we grip our pencil firmly, and we draw straight, rigid, dark lines. We don't look back and forth to our subject very much, and we refuse to move or adjust those dark lines that we've scratched out, as if they were carved in stone. Well, drawing can be much more fluid than that, and if we look at an object and rigorously draw the outline, we're not really drawing the form of what we see, we're drawing symbols. And symbols are simple shapes that are easy to draw that we all seem to recognize. For example, that's a symbol. That's a symbol. That's a symbol. We all recognize these symbols as objects, but those objects don't really look like that. Now we want to draw more natural shapes, and we want to forget about outlines and observe the form of our subject. Now, form is three-dimensional mass, and our drawings should be two-dimensional shapes that follow the three-dimensional forms that we're looking at. Well, let's find some simple objects to draw. What we're looking for are round, curving shapes and forms. For example, coffee cup, not so good. It's a little too symmetrical. We really want round forms. Okay, this isn't too bad. This guy's good, nice round shapes. That's okay, but I don't know. It's a little too difficult. That's a good one. Now, the trouble with apples and oranges, they're just too easy. They're just circles. But a pear, it's always good. This banana, you might have to eat that. Let's see, we've got the Lion King. Be careful with Disney figures. They're actually very difficult. Those Disney drawers are some of the best drawers out there. There's the Lion Prince. There's a whale, he's okay. Fish. Okay, let's start drawing. Please don't copy photos on your phone or your tablet or computer screen or pictures. In that case, the camera has already done all the heavy lifting. It's converted three-dimensional forms into two-dimensional shapes that you simply copy. So for now, don't do that. The point of the exercise is to draw real forms. Well, all we need are a few simple things. A good drawing pad with a nice firm backing, an eraser or two, soft drawing pencils, like a 2B at least. This one's a 6B, and a pencil sharpener. This eraser is called a kneaded eraser. It's really good. This is the best type. They're pliable. They don't leave crumbs. Always set up your subject right in front of you where you can look at it in pretty much the same view as you look at the drawing itself. Now, he's a bit crooked. I'd like to have a more sideways view. I want a rock. There we go. Okay. Now let's forget about trying to draw a rigorous outline of what we're looking at. An outline is an imaginary line around a solid object where it meets the air. It's where positive space meets negative space, but it really doesn't exist. Well, let's try an exercise called the scribble. And the point of this exercise is to learn to forget about outlines and to loosen up our hand and to make round, curving, oval shaped gestures and forms. Like this. Okay, I admit that's ridiculous, but the point is to just relax your hand and enjoy scribbling. And don't worry about the results, okay? Round circular forms. It's as if a spider web or a thread was wrapped all the way around your subject. And we forget about outlines. We draw masses of three-dimensional shapes on the inside of our subject. Okay, I'm going to try that again, but a little more controlled. First, you always want to think, where does your drawing go? Don't just put your hand down and start drawing. So I want it here. I want that drawing here. Okay, now I'm going to try to draw from the inside out. Okay, so these lines, they're not that important. They're searching for the shapes I see. And little by little, they become closer. They're round shapes, they're globes, they're squiggly, scribbly lines. And little by little, they start to take on the shapes you want. Okay, I just look at the drawing and compare to my subject. And little by little, try to find the forms. Okay, that's the scribble style. Let's try a different one. I call this one the slash. Now imagine your subject is trapped in a block of marble and you need to chop away at that block and reveal the shape that you're looking for. Now this, it's not as fluid as the scribble. I personally prefer the scribble, but a lot of people draw with slashing forms. Just look and compare. Now when you draw something wrong, like I'm seeing that dorsal fin here somewhere, let's say I draw it there. Well, that's wrong. It doesn't matter. These lines are searching. You can always erase. A lot of drawing teachers say you shouldn't erase, but I think it's okay. You just continually look and chop away. Little by little, you find the shape you're looking for. Okay, those other drawing exercises are more or less linear drawings. They're sort of line following form drawings. This drawing is more about tone and shade. It's a tonal exercise, and it helps us visualize a drawing without lines, and it really helps us understand shading. So what you do, I've placed a black background here in this case. we're going to fill in just a bunch of pencil marks and make a nice dark background. And we're actually going to draw with the eraser. Okay, it's a good idea to smudge it a little bit. Now, try to avoid outlines as much as possible, and we just draw big shapes with the eraser. Just look at your subject and remove the charcoal or graphite. Try to approximate the shape you see. And then you can go back with the pencil. Try to draw as much as you can with shading. Kneaded erasers are good because you get a good shape to get in right where you want it right. Okay, well, there's really no wrong way or right way to draw. Everybody who draws has their own style, but try to follow the forms, try to make natural shapes that look more or less like what you're observing, and try some of these exercises, right? Try the scribble, which is sketching with circular oval motions. Maybe try the slash. And chop away at your drawing. And maybe even try the shading. And get in there with the eraser. Make some tonal drawings. So those are 3 good exercises. Scribble, slash, and shading, tonal. Okay? And take a look at some famous artists like Da Vinci or Michelangelo or Degas, and see how they drew, and just keep practicing and try these exercises and just relax and enjoy, get into the zone, and you will improve.